What is poppin', gang? Welcome to episode 2 of the Nutty Nonsense podcast with Chester Peanut and Cohen Williams.
Yo, guys, I'm back.
Today, me, Chester Peanut, am gonna be starting a couple conversations to have with my good pal Cohen over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, let's get to it. What should be the first question? Oh, I got it. Okay. When making a grilled cheese sandwich, do you butter one or two sides of the bread?
Great question, Chester. I feel like for this, we would specifically butter both sides so all of it can get crispy,
Yeah.
and also so all that crispiness goes into your mouth, and it just tastes epically awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now after that, what would you say is your favorite type of cheese?
Cheddar.
Cheddar. What about pepper jack?
It's all right. The cheddar cheese, in my opinion, I feel like
You can't go wrong with the classic.
Yeah, and also put that on a Subway sandwich, which is steak and bacon. Fire,
Yeah,
fire,
that sounds
100%.
That sounds good. Personally, I'm gonna say my perfect grilled cheese sandwich would be white sourdough bread with butter both sides of the bread with a little bit of mayonnaise on the inside and pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
What would you say is your perfect grilled cheese?
White Italian bread at Subway. Can I go with that? Toast it with cheddar cheese and then steak and bacon with jalapenos, lettuce. Yeah. Okay, we have to go to one quick ad break quickly, so we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay, we're back from that quick break. We were on the topic of Subway, I believe, right? And sandwiches.
Yes, we are, Chesty.
Okay, well, what was your Subway order once again?
The white Italian bread toasted with cheddar cheese and the steak and bacon.
That sounds pretty good.
It is.
Personally, my Subway order is a foot long on white Italian with the white cheese, lettuce, onion, what is it, green pepper,
Sounds good, Chesty.
and ham
Ham? Yeah.
and bacon toasted.
Ooh.
Hits spot every time. And whenever I get Subway, I also get chips with it.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite chips to get at Subway are the Lay's oven baked.
Those are mid.
No, they're not. They're fire.
The salt and vinegar ones there.
All in what?
Vinegar.
Okay. And I don't see why you don't like the oven baked chips.
They're alright. It's just they're not the greatest chips, but I prefer other
They
things.
just give you that nice doughy, crispy taste. You know?
Not really.
Well,
At my Subway, they don't do that.
they don't do that at your. They do that at all Subways.
Not necessarily.
And don't even get me started on the Mountain Dew at Subway.
I usually have a Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's also
Dr.
fire with
Pepper
Subway.
with steak and bacon. It's hard.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, personally. Well, let's get off the topic of sandwiches here. How about this? What's your favorite video game to play right now?
Ooh. I would say NHL.
NHL?
1, my friend wants me to get on like every single day.
Ha, been there.
2, it's a fire game.
Yep.
And the other video game is, Fortnite.
Yep. How many hours do you have on Fortnite?
200. But I've also had it for a year and a half. But shout out to Alex bought it. He has approximately, he's had the game since August. And he almost has 1,000 hours on the game already.
Yep, he has a bit of a problem. We try and get him to get help every day.
Yep. What's your favorite video game, Chester?
Mine, personally, I'd have to say NHL 25 as well. My BIA Pro is going awesome. My character is Alan Barshkalov, currently on the Vegas Golden Knights. And he's won the Calder and the Art Ross in his 3 years of playing in the NHL. He averages about 50 to 60 goals a season.
talking about our accomplishments in NHL, for me, in my franchise mode, I made the Detroit Little Caesars. And in 2020, so I made him going into the 2024-2025 season. That year, in total, we didn't win the cup in our first year.
Yeah.
But and then over the course of like 15 years, we won 14 Stanley Cups.
Wow.
Signed Leon Draisaitl to like a $14.5 million contract. And the thing is, our top three performers in the dynasty were Nikolai Ehlers, Carter Verhaeghe, and Leon Draisaitl. The reason why? All of those years, they all put up 130 points or more.
In my franchise mode, I created. I gave the Bikini Bottom NHL team, and in their first season, they won Stanley Cup. And in the expansion draft, I signed Phil Kessel from free agency.
Ooh, Phil Kessel.
Phil Kessel put up about 60 goals that season. I'm not lying.
You know Phil Kessel? Shout out.
He's 5'5". Phil Kessel is the GOAT. I think Phil Kessel could probably beat Wayne Gretzky on a 1v1.
Yeah. That's while he's crushing Subway and some beers.
Yep. Okay, well, let's get on to a different topic that doesn't rhyme with Phil Kessel. So, Okay, so as you know, the Edmonton Oilers have had a little bit of a struggle in goaltending for the past few years.
Yep.
What do you think? What's one NHL goalie that you would want back on the Edmonton Oilers? Or not back, just that you would want on the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, I have two. One, prime Henrik Lundqvist from the New York Rangers.
Lundqvist. Okay.
And two, the one and only, the Arizona Coyotes legend, the Calgary Flames legend, every other team in the league, Dallas legend, Mike Smith.
Oh, yeah. Mike Smith is the GOAT. If Mike Smith was here, then we would be on a dynasty.
He would win the Conn Smythe every single year because how good he is.
Yes. Mike Smith is amazing. Now, Cohen, now that we're on the topic of the Edmonton Oilers, have you actually met any of the Edmonton Oilers?
Yes, Chester. Yes. In the last 2 years, I've shook hands with Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Connor Brown, Matthias Ekholm, Victor Arvidsson, Calvin Pickard, Stuart Skinner, and well, me and my friend, we went to an Oilers game this year.
Yeah.
The Oilers already got onto the ice for warm-ups, and me and him went to the Chicago Blackhawks tunnel.
Yeah.
And Connor Bedard, he was fixing his glove. Everybody's hands were down because you know how popular he is.
Yeah.
I put my hand down. After he fixed his glove, guess whose hand he shook? And only
whose?
Mine.
That's wild. I was there with Cohen not when he met Bedard, but when he met all of the other Edmonton Oilers. I met the same players. I was with him. That was at the West Edmonton Mall, actually.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we had the authority of meeting the GOATs, Calvin Pickard and Connor Brown.
Yeah. Guys, comment who is better, Calvin Pickard or Connor Brown.
Yep. Personally, out of the two, I'm gonna have to go Connor Brown. Of course, Connor Brown's the best forward in the NHL currently.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're running out of time here, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask you one last question.
Yes. Hit it to me, Chester.
What do you think is the strongest animal you could take in a fight?
Ooh. Let me think about this for a couple minutes. I feel like some animals, they got the strength, but not the size. So depending how big they are, I might be able to take them. To be honest, I feel like I can take on King Kong in a fight.
King Kong?
Yes, sir.
King Kong? That's not a real animal.
It is in my eyes.
Okay, give me a real animal.
Fine. Okay, I think I can take a grizzly bear.
Grizzly?
Yeah.
A grizzly?
Just take out a knife.
Okay, maybe not a grizzly, but I could definitely take like a brown bear on.
Right.
Brown bears are tiny. I'm probably bigger than a brown bear. Get it in a headlock, boom, bop, bam, it's done.
Okay, and I think that's all the time we have for our
Yep.
podcast today.
Thanks for tuning in on episode 2 of Nutty Nonsense, the podcast.
Oh yeah,
See you
and we
next
are going to
time.
be disbanding after this one.
Yeah.
So
Sadly, there will be another podcast. We're actually getting sued by Joe Rogan because of these. So
yeah, we're getting sued, and also the school does not have enough money to afford us anymore.
Yeah.
So
we have a budget of about $2,000 an episode. So see y'all. Peace.
peace.